I am about to attempt another insane Minecraft challenge, the Hardcore Old Caves Challenge. Yes, I am starting this in an abandoned mine shaft so that you will all be able to see the video. I think this is the best place to start. Not the safest place to start, obviously, but at least you can see what's happening. We are off to a bit of a rough start here. No worries though, because old Banclam has a plan. Almost titled this video as the Real Hardcore Mines Challenge. Whatever you want to call it is fine. Just know that I will be staying underground for the entire video. First we craft, then we explore the mines. No mobs nearby yet, so that's good. Just in case you are wondering, this is Minecraft Java version 1.12.2. I had considered starting in an even older version, but decided that was a bad idea. The 404 challenge takes place in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, so if you would like to see me survive in even older caves, then feel free to check out my playlist section and watch the 404 challenge videos. Caught this creeper staring at the wall, and honestly, this is better than the creeper finding me staring at a wall, if you know what I mean. Lucky for me, there weren't any more of the beasts, so gathering this coal was easy enough. Now we have torches. Could you imagine being stuck in a cave with no torches? Anyway, just gonna grab the rest of this coal so that we have plenty to light the caves. There's a lot of ground to cover and I need to find some food. This might sound crazy, but the only food sources I can think of off the top of my head are rotten flesh and mushroom stew. Almost every single challenge I have done on this channel has involved the same food items. Maybe we will get a lucky carrot from one of the cave zombies. Using lava as a light source is something I never thought I'd have to do again. When you see a ton of webs in a cave like this, it usually means there's a spider spawner. Do your best to avoid getting poisoned. Hey, nice, some water. I'll be coming back for this. Return to the spot where we started and began setting up base. The mines blessed me with a ton of resources, which made me feel very confident about the future of this challenge. A new blade has been forged. Now it is possible to collect string from these webs. Be warned, you should pay close attention to which ones you break. Surprises lurk around every corner. Speaking of little surprises, there just so happen to be a few diamonds hidden down in the dark. Those will have to wait for now. I need to get a full set of iron armor first. No taking unnecessary risks. Plenty of my viewers have seen firsthand what one bad decision will do to your hardcore run. Streaming hardcore Minecraft is something I do enjoy from time to time, so make sure to subscribe for more Banclam shenanigans. Don't forget to tap that notification bell and give the video a like while you are down there. It helps the channel way more than you know. Thank you. A sword and shield are going to be your best friends down here. Keep them close. Even though I have collected a ton of goodies, food has managed to remain elusive in these barren caves. With my health low, it's only a matter of time before I perish from starvation. Confident that the solution will present itself in time, I continue exploring and gathering resources. If push comes to shove, I can eat the spiders. The taste isn't so bad once you get past the hairy legs. Some very familiar zombie sounds drew my attention to the cave walls. I could tell they were close, but was unsure which way to go. Maybe this is the part of the video where I should talk about the goals for this challenge. As always, staying alive is very important. Getting a farm of some kind started would be ideal. Having a minecart rail system that takes us around the caves would also be really cool. Rather than building a base, a section of the cave itself will become the base. I'm not sure if I will be able to beat the game, but I will try. For now, let's just take it slow. Paranoia began to set in as I continued mining. Every iron and gold ore found was also a potential trap. Remember not to get too greedy. Now that I have plenty of iron, it is time to craft some durable armor and decent tools, which will make life much easier. Going back for this gold turned out to be a really good idea. Not because the gold is very useful, but because the zombie sounds started to draw my attention once again. I started tunneling in different directions before luckily stumbling upon the source of all this noise. To my delight, it is a zombie spawner. Not only does this give me at least one food source, but there is also a chance to get potatoes or carrots. Just gotta light up the area around this spawner and then we can see what's inside these chests. You know what they say, bread is better than dead. Pumpkin seeds are nice. I really wish we could roast them. A golden apple could save me from death if I need it. Oh crap, I need it. What did I say about making bad decisions earlier? Oh yeah, it could end your entire run. Sadly, the apple had to be used right away, because I only had half a heart left. Had to crush this loaf as well to get my health bar up a bit more. On the bright side, this means that I don't have to eat any rotten flesh. Even though pumpkins aren't going to help me very much, it still seemed like a good idea to clear out a new spot to grow them. So I carved a new room into the wall and prepared it for the garden. Plants don't really like growing unless they have plenty of light and water. I grabbed a bucket and went to find that water I trapped. Somehow, I went the wrong way and found a different water source. Look what else we found. Diamonds. That old diamond texture always warms my heart. Honestly, this makes me want to go branch mine for the chance to find even more blue beauties. A shiny diamond pickaxe. Don't kid yourself, you knew exactly what I was going to do with this thing. 14 obsidian for a nether portal. Might as well get this redstone and gold before I go back. Got distracted by a bit of iron along the way, and was confronted by a rather good-looking enemy who sadly needed to be dispatched. That should hydrate our little friends. Being underground makes it difficult to know what time it is, so I made a clock. Then I made a comfy bed. Before you go saying that the nether isn't a cave, remember this: the nether is underground. Why else would it have a bedrock ceiling? Clearly the entire place is meant to be under the overworld. Netherrack is a cheap light source and comes in very handy when living in dark caves. Shout out to GengarJuice69 for showing us the way. Just place down a block, grab flint and steel, and light it up. The pumpkins seem to be happy with these conditions. Let's go explore the caves a bit more. Was trying to deactivate this spider spawner when I ran into a different kind of bug. Has anyone else seen this before? Disappearing lava aside, the rest of this little mission went pretty smoothly. Only one spider managed to spawn, and I handled it like the pro Minecrafter I am. On the other side was a giant ravine, complete with burning bats. Long story short, I was chased home by a mob of zombies, and was unable to get inside the base in time. All of a sudden, the lava decided to return to me. I have no clue what caused this, but I must admit that it probably saved my life in this particular situation. Okay, I've had about enough babysitting for one day. See, Bedrock players, Java has bugs too. Which reminds me, you should leave a comment if you would like to see a hardcore Bedrock challenge. If I get enough requests, then I'll do it. My supply of wood started to get dangerously low, so I began chopping down more mineshaft supports. The creepies and crawlies kept me on my toes the entire time. You know, if this was the new caves, I would have bone mealed an azalea a long time ago. We now have infinite water, and if I manage to obtain any other crop, then life will get so much better. One reason I have avoided making a farm from that zombie spawner is the abundance of zombies already walking around down here. If they don't drop what I need soon, then I won't have a choice. Until that happens, we are stuck eating rotten flesh again. Yes, I did see that mushroom earlier, but it is useless without finding the brown mushroom. Thanks to my past experience with these challenges, I know how to survive on stacks of the forbidden jerky. Things could be worse. I could be eating spider eyes, and trust me, that is a much harsher pill to swallow. I mean, who do I look like? Ethos Lab? At long last, this diamond is mine. Have you ever been caught between a rock and a hard place? No? Well, how about a creeper and a skeleton? As usual, using the noodle worked much better than brute force. Take care of your brain, and it will take care of you. Don't ask me why, but for some reason I went back into the nether to check out this fortress. Slowly but steadily, I crept forward and eliminated the fortress guardians one by one. Anyone who has seen my hardcore nether challenge video knows that I am more than capable of dealing with these small inconveniences. Stay tuned because part 3 is on the way. I'm just waiting for some new equipment to arrive, and then the ultimate hardcore nether challenge can continue. The only chest I found so far was mostly empty. My dreams of diamonds and iron were crushed. Spending too much time here is very risky for loot like this, so it's back to the mines. Not long after being back, we hit the jackpot. I wasn't recording though, so I put everything back and did some acting. Looks like we have a visitor. Honestly, I completely forgot that you can find melon seeds in a mine shaft. Once these start growing, our main problem is basically solved. That was a lot faster than I expected. Melon slices don't fill your hunger very fast, but at least they don't poison you. Is it just me, or do pigmen kinda look like watermelon? Dude, he went right into the spot I made for him. No way. Just gonna trap him here forever and craft our first anvil. Now we can use a name tag to keep our new friend. You are Pigman no more. From now on, you shall be known as Melon Man. Believe it or not, this whole time I have been running around with absolutely no armor on. Now that I have a stable food source and a full set of hardened armor, there is nothing that can stop me. It is time for my favorite activity in this blocky game where you can do absolutely anything imaginable. Mining. You probably think that I am joking, but it's absolutely the truth. Branch mining and strip mining allow me to mindlessly search for pretty colors in the endless gray mass of stone. This is something I can do for hours on end while listening to a podcast and never get bored of swinging that pickaxe. If you are someone who also yearns for the mines, say Moo Bloom Mania in the comments section. Okay, that's enough mining for now. I bet a ton of people clicked off the video. A lowly creeper is no match for me. Coward. Will these lesser skeletons ever learn? Now this is actually a scary spot because a creeper can dive bomb you at any second. Ooh, treasure. Step aside, zombie. This is my treasure. Now to claim my prize. Well, I'm not thrilled. Oh, better grab this red mushroom for later. The old caves are actually quite cozy, aren't they? Watermelons have saved the day, and I love them for it. However, there should be multiple crops growing here. Don't be mad, but I went back to the nether for a brown mushroom, and some glowstone. Sue me. The mushrooms will pretty much spread wherever you put them, but I really think they should have their own special area. That's why I carved out yet another spot just for the mushroom farm. Finding the right amount of light can be tough, but when you do, the mushrooms love it. I had to experiment with a few designs, but one thing is certain. These delicious mushrooms are going to spread like wildfire in no time. Not bad, but we're gonna need more. It's not like the melons require more space, but why not make a larger melon patch? Is it even possible to have too many watermelons? Where I live, it's really close to summertime and it's very hot. At the time of releasing this video, watermelons are being sold literally everywhere. Sadly, the mushrooms didn't spread. So I am gonna try something a little bit different. I remember seeing someone make a mushroom garden like this in Endev once. For those of you who don't know, Endev is a very, very old version of Minecraft. Basically, this mushroom farm should work no matter what. Just as I said that, the mushrooms already started spreading. Okay, this is my last trip to the nether, I promise. Everyone who watches my videos will know that I just can't avoid the nether. There are simply too many useful things to get here and I can't help myself. All done, going home. The main reason I went back to the nether was to get my hands on some quartz. Redstone is far from something I am skilled at in this game. You can't get better at something unless you practice it though, so I am going to do my very best. The smart thing to do would be to watch a tutorial. But then we would miss out on comedy like this. One of the coolest things about this mushroom garden is being able to harvest it with a single water bucket. Automatic water dispensers could make this even better. With this new configuration, these melons can all be harvested with the flip of a lever. Maybe it's not as good as an automated farm, but it sure is fun to gather melons. It takes too long to get back and forth in these caves, so it's high time that minecart rail gets constructed. Rails are laying all over the place, so nothing was wasted crafting them. The time has come to make a proper farm from these spawners. I might be bad at redstone, but I'm pretty good at making farms. A few of my viewers have asked me to make tutorials explaining how these farms are made, so I have created a new channel where I will be posting tutorials very soon. Make sure to subscribe to Banclam tutorials so you don't miss out. And just like that, we have an endless supply of string and spider eyes and XP. Now we need to tackle this zombie spawner because there is a lot of loot we can get from a zombie farm. My base is looking very plain and boring, so I have decided it is time to do a bit of decorating. There aren't a ton of different blocks to work with down here, but I think I can find enough variation to make the place look somewhat appealing. A classic checkered pattern always seems to do the trick for me, and it's something that I probably overuse. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments section below. The minecart rail system is completely finished and you can ride it all the way to every farm I've created. So it's just a short and fun ride all the way down to the spider farm and to the zombie farm, which is right over here. The zombie farm is far from working how it is intended to, and I had to make a few modifications in order for it to work a little bit better. That is so much better. I got tired of wearing the same thing every day and decided to make myself some very durable and shiny diamond armor. Go ahead, act like you don't care. I know you're jealous. Look at this. After spending what felt like forever at the zombie farm, we finally got a potato. I also put a redstone torch right here so you could actually see the zombies without there being too much light for the mob farm to actually function. As you can see, it is clearly working just as good as it was before. Life in the old caves is starting to feel like it's too easy now. When we first started, I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to find food. Now, we have watermelons, potatoes, and more mushroom stew than we would ever know what to do with. I guess the question now is, what the heck do we do next? There were a few things I could think of, but for now, let's just mine for some more diamonds so that I can finish this set of diamond armor. Oh, it looks like we ran into another ravine. This place is huge. I better be careful. That was easy, nothing old Banclam can't handle. Not long after that little distraction, I mined my way into another windy cave system. Stop that. Believe it or not, I have seen very few Endermen in this playthrough, and I wonder if I'll be able to collect enough pearls to beat the game. I was lucky enough to spot a second one, and it even dropped an ender pearl. Yo, I just hit the jackpot. There was another vein of diamonds waiting here right in my path. I even found a ton of emerald ore. I am pretty sure this stuff is rare, but I have hundreds of people telling me it's not. I don't know why you guys want to crush my dreams, but I'm extremely excited for these finds. It's not every day that you find 3 in old Minecraft. After mining for quite a while, I decided to go back to my base and craft an Eye of Ender. After throwing it and losing it forever, I noticed that it went in the same direction one of my tunnels went, so I started traveling in that direction. Eventually, the tunnel did stop, but I just continued to dig anyway, and what do you know? We actually found the stronghold. To my dismay, we did not run into enough Endermen to actually craft some Eyes of Ender. However, there is still useful loot here. Like a great many things in this Minecraft world, the stronghold was completely broken. There were holes in the walls, and the procedural generation must have glitched out more than once. There were at least 2 loot chests waiting for me down in the dungeon, and around the corner I happened to find an ancient library. This was actually the entire reason I decided to come to the stronghold in the first place. Getting my hands on some sugarcane has been absolutely impossible. The only way I could craft an enchanting table is to get books from here. If magma cubes are the mob I hate most, then silverfish are definitely coming in second. You like to bite people, huh? Yeah? Well, how about this? That's what I thought. Burn! Burn! With there being only 2 Eyes of Ender here, I don't think we can actually beat the game. However, we did get everything we needed to make an enchantment table. 4 obsidian, 1 book, and 2 diamonds. That can go right here with a couple of bookshelves, and blammo, we can enchant some gear. Let's check out what we can get. Looks like I'll put unbreaking on everything that I have. Believe it or not, I survived over 100 days in Minecraft's old cave system. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay golden.